Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our group will present the report of investment game we had been playing for the past 2 months.
The objective of our investment is first to earn 0.05% per month, which is equivalent to 6% per year. The reason why our group put 6% per year as the target to be achieved is because we made an analysis for the amount of profit obtained by ASNB, which is 5% per year, so we increase a little from the amount of revenue obtained by ASNB. The second objective is that we will invest in diversifying, which means investing in various type of sector and market. That means we can reduce the risk of our investment. The third objective is we estimate the risk for our group is 8% to 9%. The last objective is to practice how to invest using fundamental analysis and technical analysis.
Next, for the strategies employed before the investment game started, we have set several objectives to gain maximum profits. So, we will trade into the suitable stock to ensure the loss is still bearable. Secondly, we are using diversification. We invest in several sectors such as food and beverages, petroleum, manufacturers, and so on. Due to the duration of this investment is quite short, we practice intraday investment, which we buy and sell in the same day. On the other hand, we also refer to candlestick in trading view and use some technical and fundamental analysis.
Now, trading plan execute. First, cut loss. Cut loss is the action taken with the purpose to minimize the rate of loss and liability from the original purchase price of share. Therefore, we are also set it, which is from 8% to 9%, and implement it to limit the potential weakness. Then, entry plan strategy. Every trader must watch the movement of the stock price of the option as soon as the stock market is open to make sure it doesn't miss the specified entry price. When a price reach the entry price, a person can be alert by the trading plan and they are allowed to enter the trading platform to continue buying.
Next is about exit plan strategy. Exit plan strategy is important to every business. In this report, we have used the support and resistance method in the investment implemented. Support is a line that is made to set the level that needs to be considered for an investor where it will move down and form a declining stock trend. Resistance is a line that is made to set a good level for an investment where it will move up and form a rising stock trend. Accordingly, exit plan strategy important for investors to see the trend and predict what will happen to the stock trend.
Next, fundamental analysis for KPJ Healthcare Berhad. We refer to some ratio, which is return on equity for the company is 5.679. As we compare to other company, such as Hartalaga, KPJ is much higher as return on equity of Hartalaga is only 3.109. Then the KPJ's price to book ratio is 2.068 and price of earning ratio for KPJ is 35.53.
Game Resources is a company in the consumer product and service sector. In Bursa Malaysia, this company was in the main market for since 2024. This company carries out investment holding activity while the principal activity of its subsidiaries, all of which were incorporated in Malaysia. To measure the ability of this company, we use several financial ratios, that is price to earning ratio, return on equity, and debt to equity ratio. The price to earning ratio for this company is 4.87. This means to produce RM1 from this company, we should invest 4.87. Next, the company return on equity is 11.23. In 2022, higher than 2021 at 8.47. This means this company is better in converting its equity financing into profit. The last is debt to equity ratio of this company is 0.17, which means in RM1 equity, the company has 0.7 cent. This indicates that the debt incurred for RM1 equity is lower.
Analysis for Pokong Holding Berhad. This company involved in the consumer product and services sector under the main market. It has become the Malaysia's most successful jewelry retail chain store. Then through this analysis, we know that its revenue in 2022 increased by 50.88% better than last year. for earning per share were RM22.47 and the ROE in 2020 has reached 1.079.
Next fundamental analysis is about Pelican International Corporation Berhad. Pelican has proved such a great reputation as the market capitalization is good in 2022. Price of earning ratio of Pelican is 2.23, which indicate a good indicators of Pelican performance. Furthermore, Pelican managed to get 2.23 as profit. We also refer to return on equity with the amount of 22 and price to book ratio is 0.572.
Fundamental analysis for Padani Holdings. Padani Holdings is a Malaysia-based investment holding company that offers garments, shoes, and fashion accessories under a range of brands. Padani has such a great reputation in the market capitalizations, which that the market cap is 2217.155 and the profit is 2,908.29 and the price of earning ratio of Padani Holding is 10.09. Earning per share for this company is 0.234 and the price to book ratio for the Padani Holding is 2.488. It shows that it is a good indicator of Padani performance.
For the technical analysis part, we are using MACD indicator. This indicator consists of two lines, which are single line and MACD line. When the MACD line is above the single line, then it is a good sign to invest into KPJ Healthcare Berhad stock.
The next indicator that we use is Relative Strength Indicator RSI. This indicator is designed to measure a stock momentum, which is both the speed and size of price change. The most important things are we use this indicator to help identify whether a stock is overbought or oversold. For example, Income Resources Berhad 9 December 2022 at price 0.37, the RSI line is right on the line 17. That is overbought line since 8 December 2022, which means overbought refers to a stock that has increased rapidly in a short period of time and may reverse lower, so we sell the stock immediately before it reverses lower.
Technical strategy for Pokong Holdings Berhad. For this company, we are using channel up, which is a pattern formed from two lines drawn following the candle on the board. The line above is resistance line and the line below is a support line. Based on both lines show an upward trend in the future that is stated as a bullish.
Next is about Pelican International Corporation Berhad. We can see in the chart is in rising wedge. This pattern show up in chart when the price move upward with pivot high and low converging toward a single point. The rising wedge pattern is using two trend lines, one for drawing across two or more pivot high and one connecting two or more pivot low. Convergence is apparent toward the upper right part of the chart.
Lastly, the technical strategy used in Padani Holdings is bull-bear power. This concept may at first seem slightly complicated, but it is actually very simple and uses just the price and an exponential moving average. The main purpose of the bull power indicator is to estimate the relative strength of buyers versus sellers in the market at any given time. Meanwhile, the bear power indicator is simply the inverse of bull power. In the simple word, we can say that bull power rises when bulls are stronger and falls when they are weaker, even becoming negative when they are utterly weak. Bear power, by contrast, is the capacity of bears to push prices below the moving average.
Next part is about teamwork. Each group is given capital of 15,000 ringgit and divide into 5 people, which is 10,000 ringgit per person to be invested within 2 months. Therefore, we must have a good group cooperation to develop the capital we get. Among the collaboration we make, it is to discuss together the objective to be achieved. The type of market that should be invested in, how much is the extermination for our cut loss, counter, and many more. In addition, we also always remind each other to look at the transaction we have done every week to ensure that the stock counter we buy does not break down from the one of our indicators that is support line too far.
So for the profit, the capital provided in this investment for each person is 100,000. So total for the 5% in the group is 500,000. So our group has been discussed and agreed to have 6% for the profit.